Coming up, is Bill Belichick going all in?
Let's do it.
It's important to make note of what's going on with the Patriots right now. We obviously know that they have committed to Tom Brady for the rest of his career. It was a deviation from what Bill historically has always done. Now there's a report that a new contract for Rob Gronkowski is likely, although not imminent. That is something else that you could argue is different than what Bill has always done. Gronk is an older player. Gronk has had a lot of injuries. This is a guy that historically wouldn't be finishing his career with the Patriots. And maybe he won't. But it appears that Bill Belichick has altered his approach as his legends, as his best players get to hole 15, 16, and 17. And I agree with it. That's what you need to do. If you want to maximize your Super Bowl window, you don't move on from Rob Gronkowski. You don't move on from Tom Brady, who's still playing at an MVP level, no matter how promising Jimmy Garoppolo may have been. And Bill, whether it was his decision or not, is on board with that. If he keeps Rob Gronkowski around and agrees to stay on board with Tom Brady as his quarterback, that's Bill essentially going all in my mind. I'm not looking towards the future. I'm not looking to build for later. I'm looking to win now. And I think Bill Belichick doing that is noteworthy. Teddy Bruschi tweeted today, quote, "Teams that have won multiple championships will always have internal drama that media will never know about until after the fact. Why? In the end, winning trumps most issues. Always love those parades," close quote. I understand why the perceived tension amongst these great players has to be reported on, but Bruschi's absolutely right. I mean, essentially what people are doing is reporting on a marriage where the two people who are married got into a fight. Guess what? If you're married, you're gonna get into fights. It happens. More often than not, you get past it. Patriots owner Robert Kraft spoke to the media today in Foxborough at a community MVP awards event. He called the rumors of him vetoing a trade of Rob Gronkowski, quote, total hogwash. And also Bill Belichick reportedly spent $60 on room service to get pancakes over the weekend in New York City. I don't see what the big deal about this is. $60 is pricey for blueberry pancakes, but it's Bill Belichick in a five-star hotel in New York. It's not like he doesn't have the money. I mean, what the hell do you want him to do? Buy the pancakes. You want the pancakes? Get the pancakes. 60 bucks. I mean, to him, that's chump change. No issues with this. According to Las Vegas, the Los Angeles Lakers have now become the odds-on favorite to land LeBron James this offseason. I always thought that was where he would end up. I don't think that's where he should go. I think San Antonio is his best spot. If he can get Paul George and Chris Paul to go with him to the Lakers, he'd have a chance to win a championship. But I'll tell you what would be great. Is there anything better than the prospect of, in the twilight of his career, LeBron James takes on the up-and-coming Celtics in the NBA Finals as a member of the Lakers? But I don't think it happens unless Chris Paul and Paul George go to LA with them. Red Sox beat the Orioles last night. Stephen Wright once again stepping up, pitching very well. And it's great that Wright has provided a nice boost for the pitching staff, but this will all come down to, do the Red Sox have an ace pitcher in the postseason? As in a pitcher pitching like an ace. Because if they don't, they're not going to win. I mean, look at the championships they've won in the past. Josh Beckett, John Lester, Kurt Schilling. Look at last year, the Houston Astros. Justin Verlander pitched like an ace. That's what they need. Chris Sale hasn't been able to do it. David Price. So it's nice that a guy like Stephen Wright is stepping up, but can you get an ace to pitch like an ace in the playoffs? That's the key for the Red Sox. All right, take your pick. Which record would you rather have? Major League Baseball's single-season home run record or the NFL single-season rushing yards record? The NFL is more popular than baseball, but the answer is the single-season home run record. Baseball is a sport made for records. I mean, as fun as it is to try to run and avoid enormous human beings trying to take your head off, I'd rather hit a home run and admire the ball go 350 feet over a fence and then enjoy the entire trot around the bases and do that at a record-setting pace. It's the narrative throughout a summer. I mean, the rushing record is certainly impressive. I'd take that home run record, and it's an easy decision. All right, take your pick. Who did a better job celebrating a championship? Alex Ovechkin after recently winning the Stanley Cup with the Capitals, or Mike Napoli in 2013 after the Red Sox won the World Series? Mike Napoli was legendary, roaming through the streets of Boston shirtless, ripping darts, tending random bars, getting shirtless behind the bar, ripping through Bruins games, celebrating. But Alex Ovechkin is the answer, because he basically did everything that Napoli did, but with the greatest trophy in all of sports. He got drunk by drinking out of the greatest trophy in all of sports. He went to bed with the Stanley Cup. He roamed the streets of Washington with the Stanley Cup in tow. The Stanley Cup itself tweeted the other day, best weekend ever. Both did an amazing job celebrating, but Ovechkin carrying the trophy everywhere gives him the nod. All right, my lock of the day, the Red Sox tonight, -1.5 against the Orioles. Eduardo Rodriguez is on the mound for Boston. I just think when you lose a low-scoring game in extra innings the night before, that takes a lot out of you. It can be emotionally devastating, tough to bounce back from in one night. I just think Erod been pitching well. The Red Sox will use the momentum they gained after the win last night and get the win tonight by more than a run. That's my lock of the day. See you tomorrow.
Well, as you know, I'm not on Snapface and all that, so I don't really get those.